Continuing coverage now of today's top story.
A small community of Mazomanie shaken up over a double homicide. A 39-year-old man and a 16-year-old girl were shot and killed overnight in a mobile home park there. Dane County Sheriff's officials say they believe 17-year-old Dean Sutcliffe is responsible for the deaths following a breakup. Two other teens were in the home at the time. They, along with the teen victim and the shooter, all attended nearby Wisconsin Heights High School.
Small community, close-knit. It's, how should I put it? It impacts everybody in their own way.
Both the Sheriff's Department and school district are providing support to students and staff. Sutcliffe is being recommended for 2 homicide counts. Today's shooting sadly comes only 10 days into Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month.
Domestic violence advocates want teens and their loved ones to know that this type of violence is prevalent. And Matthew Simon tells us, they say, most importantly, there's help out there.
Right, as part of Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month today around the country, teenagers wore orange to show solidarity against the 1 out of 3 teens who today's executive director tells us will experience the most serious form of dating violence.
What we also know is that Sutcliffe and a 15-year-old daughter of the residents had recently ended a relationship which had upset Sutcliffe.
Upset and armed with a gun reportedly from his house, Sheriff Dave Mahoney says 17-year-old Dean Sutcliffe headed directly for his ex-girlfriend's place.
She was not at home.
But once there, Mahoney says Sutcliffe's indiscriminate shots eventually killed the 15-year-old sister and her mom's boyfriend.
Sometimes I think we have this belief that that domestic violence only stays within a relationship. And I think that this particular incident shows that there can be bystanders in these types of situations who are also at risk.
In the domestic violence context, State's Executive Director Shannon Berry says simply snapping after a breakup is the most common myth.
Typically, when you have a lethal situation like this, there have been behaviors leading up to that.
Because if abusers just snap, their violence, Berry says, would be random instead of targeted.
Somebody who's using violence in that way is demonstrating that they have control over their violence, that it's not escalated to a point where it's random.
But teens do not often recognize they are in danger. It is why Days has videos online like this speaking directly to them.
Many people don't believe this is a real issue.
So Days hopes they know jealousy is never a sign of love.
They're not alone, that there is help available.
Well, the sheriff says Sutcliffe was known to deputies because of family dynamic and school attendance issues. He did not have a criminal record. Berry says because many teens do not recognize they are in a dangerous situation or report it, that they want them and their support systems to reach out to them for help. Their 24-hour number, 608-251-4445. On the bottom of your screen, we'll share that on channel3000.com in case people didn't have a chance to write that down.
Yeah, really important information. I hope parents heard that because a lot of kids, like you said, don't take it seriously.
And this is something we don't often talk about.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew.
Thanks, Matthew.